Just come out of the Marina Abramović show at the Royal Academy. I'm a big admirer of Marina's work, and at art school I studied her work a lot, and it really influenced me. It really had an influence on my own work. So I approached this show with a little bit of trepidation because it doesn't really feel like this is the best place to be showing Marina Abramović's work. Firstly, it doesn't feel like a place where where you'd want to see performance art. And secondly, it's so conventional. I really think of big crowds here for impressionist exhibitions. I spent about 2 hours in the show, and I would say I enjoyed it. It's definitely worth visiting. But my feelings about it are a little bit mixed. I do think that it's not necessarily the most ideal conditions, especially to see the reenactments of the performances, to see the live performances. I think in terms of the documentation of the older performances, Marina's performances, I think it works fine. That works fine in a gallery. But I think that in recreating the works, the space just, I don't know, it didn't really work for me. It's a little bit confusing and uncertain, I'd say, because there doesn't seem to be set times. At least they're not publicised of when the performances are. You can ask the attendants in the room, so I was able to work out what was happening where, and I did see everything that was going on today. Two main thoughts. I'm going to do a separate review when I get home of the actual works, because I've got so much to say about some of those works. Just a couple of quick thoughts about the show here. That number one, a big retrospective like this is not really a way to see performance work. I mean, you imagine what these works were like when they were first performed, probably in a small space with not that many people, very intimate, very different than the Royal Academy. I thought the live performances were really well done and really good, but the rooms were full of people coming and going. It was noisy. I think that, these are, some of them anyway, are endurance pieces, and the thing about watching an endurance piece, I think, as a viewer, is that you kind of connect with the artist. You spend time with it. It becomes like you almost join the meditation, if you like, and that was very difficult to do here because of the crowds and people moving in and out and the noise from other works, from other rooms. Not ideal compared to when these performances were first done. That said, I thought the performances were really good. It was really good to see them. That was definitely the best bit. I'm not so interested in seeing the documentation. If you didn't know her work at all, it's as good a presentation of her work as anything. In some way, it's better than reading it in a book. Some of her filmed performances are shown on the big screens, and that's really cool because I've seen lots on YouTube, and on a small screen it's really good to see it on a big screen. But the real big ticket here is the live performances, the pushing through the two naked people in Bilia, I think it's called. I'm a little bit wide, so I really came into contact with both of them, let's say, and I really liked that work, but I'll talk more about that in the review. Yeah, the live work was, I thought the live work was fantastic. And so if you come, it's definitely worth leaving a couple of hours to make sure that you can see all of the works that are being performed that day. I did have to kind of find a seat to just wait for a little bit. So that would be my advice. Bring something to read, maybe, while you wait for the performances to start. Definitely worth visiting. I saw it on a late Friday night, and yeah, well worth it. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.